Welcome back, everybody. One Piece chapter 10,067 is out, titled Punk Records. Now, from what I'm seeing now, it looks like Caesar and Judge are doing about what I expected, and it's just that they're fighting immediately. Because from what it seemed like, pretty much everyone in Mads didn't get along in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of tension there. I also want to point out that Punk Records sounds like a really cool, music label. If there was like a group of musicians that existed in the One Piece world, kind of like KDA does in League of Legends, I feel like Punk Records would be a really cool label for it. I forget, who are you again, Judge versus Caesar? I feel like that kind of implies that they don't remember. They don't remember who each other are, and they definitely have some animosity. All right, let's jump in. What happened to your head? It used to be like a massive light bulb. It was getting a tad too long, so I cut it. We're not talking about hair here. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. Real head, it's always off panel. I heard rumors about it being big, but it was like an air balloon. Well, that's because I ate the brain fruit. He gets tongue-tied trying to say the fruit's name. Nomi Nomi Nomi. Oh. Huh. I like that name. Pardon me, I bit my tongue. I meant to say I'm a brain human because I ate the brain fruit. It allows me to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge and makes my brain grow in size accordingly. Having an unlimited data bank is handy ability for a genius like me. Huh. So I wonder if he's a genius. Well, he says it's a good fruit for a genius like him. I was gonna say I wonder if he was a genius before eating the fruit, and based on what he's saying here, he was, and this just amplified that. Now I have the largest brain in the world and it continues to grow. Still? Did you put it somewhere? That's awesome. Have you got tons of medical knowledge too, Dr. Vegapunk? Naturally. Whoa. Does that mean you're dumb now, old guy, because you cut your brain out? That's what I would think, honestly. Don't write off a genius, you rascal. See this apple here? It's an antenna. Take a gander at the top of the island. Notice how it says Punk Records under the giant egg. That's the hangar where I keep my brain. What? Isn't that way too big? There's no harm in me being away from it since my antenna can pick up the brain waves. So he keeps his entire brain stored inside that egg. I wonder if that makes it a susceptible target. Like, if they were to do a buster call right now, would it be, because I imagine he's got some heavy security around that. You met a little girl earlier who called herself Vegapunk, right? That's one of my clones. There are 6 on the island. You're a ninja? Each one is a facet of myself, an expert of their own key field of study. You'd get my full personality if you combine them. They can get 6 times the work done apart. What the? Each of them connects to Punk Records once a day to synchronize her memories and knowledge. Since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of their experience is that much greater. Okay, so we got Atlas, Edison, Shaka, Lilith, Pythagoras, and York. I really want to know why he chose the designs he chose, because they're definitely interesting. They're all very different. Luffy confused. You all share the same brain. I find it difficult to wrap my head around that. Just think of it as sharing the same library. If I could only let everyone in the world connect to my brain, all of humanity would have access to my knowledge. Then, if the population of the world went on to update Punk Records themselves, it'd create a sea of information that surpassed what my brain can accomplish alone. Humanity would share one mind. So I'd be able to study medicine from all over the world, naturally. That would be like a doctor's dream, just to have immediate knowledge of everything at your fingertips. I mean, I guess that would honestly be a lot of people's dreams. But science would never progress if you spent all day worrying about stuff like that. Hep 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 hep. I'm guessing that's his unique laugh. That's your problem, Vegapunk. You shrug off sacrifices in the name of progress. That's why Dad's been turned into a heartless weapon. Wow, stop it, Bonney. That beam saber's defective. Give it a rest. I know it cuts well enough. I tested it earlier. Turn my dad back to normal. If you even think about saying no. Don't be hasty, Bonney. Killing him would make you a lot of enemies. Hit the off switch, Bonney. So he called it defective. I wonder if... Because that immediately makes me think about Kaido's fruit and how he technically called that defective. I wonder if he truly means that, or if he just has a very high standard for what he considers something that's been done functionally correct. That beam attracts a ludicrous number of bugs. Oh, so it's just like a bug lamp. Okay. Yeah! Crack, crackle. I think they all flew directly into the beam. She's knocked out. Check it out, Bonney. A giant stag beetle. This isn't the time for beetles. Look at her, she fainted. Ah, that makes perfect sense. Of course, Bonney wants me dead. It's ironic that one of my many failures saved me. Speaking of which, you guys were recently in Wano, correct? You wouldn't happen to know whether a dragon just like Kaido really appeared there. Oh, he's gonna talk about it. I don't know why I didn't think that he... Well, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't think they would be connected this soon. But he's immediately going to like, okay, so do you know about that fruit that I called the defect? Oh, you're talking about Momo. I suppose he ate the defective fruit I left on Punk Hazard. Defective? What do you mean? That was an artificial devil fruit I synthesized. I made it after 20 years of researching Kaido's lineage factor. It cost countless resources, but I couldn't get it quite right. Oh, so that's why he's the same as Kaido. But it worked out just fine. He can still spit fire and he's super strong. He's a guardian deity of Wano now. You really made that? Awesome. And his color? Pink. Drat, you see another monumental failure. What's wrong with that? I get it. He's a genius and a perfectionist. Okay, so that's kind of on the level I was thinking. It's less that they're functionally defective, it's just that he has such a high standard for what he considers to be basically a complete project that if it doesn't go exactly his way, it's considered a failure. I assume he wanted to look like Kaido exactly in form and function. And so it's like, oh, it's a different color? Nope, failure. What about this robot? You made it too, right, old man? Make it move. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This is the legendary iron giant that attacked the holy land of Maryjoy about 200 years ago. 200 years ago? Huh? Yes, but it was built over 900 years ago. What? No way. Wait, so it attacked Maryjoy 200 years ago. But it's from basically the ancient kingdom. Which I would think meant it was laying in wait to attack. It was programmed to attack at some point. Huh, interesting. Its objective remains unknown. I heard it ran out of power before causing casualties. Either way, I'm sure the scientists at the time were absolutely flabbergasted. Such advanced technology would have seemed totally alien to them. None of them could tell where it came from or what it was trying to do. It seems the world government ordered its destruction, but the scientists at the time couldn't help their curiosity. So they hung onto it. Huh. And based on the look, like how it looks now, doesn't look that much different. Like its horn is broken in both like the flashback and how it looks now. But what's weird is It has like a spear or a pipe thrust to it, and I can't tell if that's because it was in a fight or if that's because it's in a junkyard. Because if it got it while it attacked Maryjoy, that means something fought it. And something of considerable size based on how big that pipe is. That's why they hid it here you pass down without the government's knowledge. Good job on finding this place. From the town, the entrance should look like a wall. We just stumbled here since we were all old and senile. Yeah, we were plain old lost. Oh, that's a shame. 200 years ago, that's around the time the fishermen' rights movement started to gain ground. Reference to chapter 620. I'm assuming that, well, no. That wouldn't be Otahime, because that's not anywhere near 200 years in the past. So you're saying that robot climbed the red line? Most likely. So, kind of did what Fisher Tiger did. Climb the red line, start attacking Maryjoy. I created Vega Force 1 based on what I learned from it. But I lacked the scientific prowess to reverse engineer every aspect of it. It's difficult to believe that this mechanized soldier was made over 900 years ago. Even Vegapunk couldn't perfectly reverse engineer it. That's saying something. That's saying a lot, actually. And the fact that he of all people couldn't reverse engineer some technology means that this was really advanced. There's something even you couldn't recreate. It's power source. In the past, they had a power source that would upend our modern ideas of what's possible. I'm wondering if it has to do with that always burning sun. Perpetual energy, pretty much. Well, at any rate, it's good to know Luffy and the others are okay. Who's that girl, though? That's Jory Bonney. She's a pirate. Not the one we saw before was a little girl. And the way Vegapunk's head works is crazy. I truly did a terrible thing to Bonney. Yeah, you should get down and beg her to forgive you, old man. You young dolt. Like you know anything about it. There's something I have to give to her. Does he have Kuma's brain in like some kind of jar? Is this going to be some kind of morbid thing? Regardless, I feel like fate brought you here today, Straw Hat Luffy. Please, can you take me away from Egghead? Huh? Yow! This is Cypherpole. We are requesting entry to Egghead Port. What poorly trained pets? Okay, so they're out here fighting the Beast Guardians. Ooh. Everybody squatted up. Okay. So what? Stussy, Luffy, Kaku, and then a bunch of no names. But we have the Kuma Seraphim back here with the corrected hair. Okay. Reports indicate that Jory Bonney was spotted making her way here too. That pest keeps slipping away from us. She served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. Okay, so the world government did want her for something. The pest keeps something that even CP0 is aware of. And she served her purpose, which was either getting Kuma in line or using her Delver power, or both. Chaka, there's a government ship. It'd be bad if they found us here harboring pirates. What does CP0 want with us? And why did they bring Rob Lucci? I say we just hand this riffraff over. After all, that Lucci fellow is an assassin, right? What? Rob Lucci? Hey, hurry up and give us our legs back. No, that guy's still around. You can't let him in. Don't you worry, Robin-chan. I'll protect you no matter how many times he comes back. Tell them to hand over the Seraphim and leave. We are declining their request to dock. I doubt agents of the world government will respond well to that, so prepare for battle. Oh, okay. Straight up battle. Dragon's on. Kuma-san's acting weird. Kuma-san, wait, we're trying to repair you. Kuma-san? What's wrong? Is he still being controlled by the Navy? Kuma looks giant. Like, he always looked like a big person, but in this, he looks huge. And he's got a lot of stuff tied up to him. Does anyone here have like the knowledge to repair Kuma to the level that Vegapunk could? Because I don't feel like it. I mean, honestly, Lindenberg is the only person who's probably tech savvy, and I feel like he can't be anywhere near that level of technology. Kuma-san, where are you going? Oh, this man's sprinting. You're in no state to be moving like that. You're still not yourself. And then he falls over. What's with him? I don't know. Kuma-san, come back. Is he running towards Vegapunk? Is there some kind of program that he's following? Talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? Stay with us, we're not done fighting. The Revolutionary Army is just getting started. A mad dash to where? I wonder... Huh. So he just immediately starts sprinting. What's weird is that he's running in a direction. I would assume he would use his double fruit, because he can travel anywhere instantly, but he just starts running. I'm guessing this is some kind of fail-safe program. I guess one of two things. Either there's something on the world government side that's basically like a, if X is happening, you need to be here. Or there's something on Vegapunk's side where it's like, if something's happening, you need to be here. And I think that's what he's reacting to. Eventually, I think Kuma is going to end up on Egghead. And we're going to have an interaction with Kuma, Bonney, and Vegapunk. And even Dragon doesn't know what's going on here. And like, I don't think Dragon knows everything. I think he had some insight on what was happening to Kuma based on some of the previous interactions. So even he doesn't know what's going on right now. Yeah, and also this giant. So this giant attacked Maryjoy 200 years ago. It climbed the red line and attacked. And then something beat it and they trashed it here. No, actually something didn't beat it. It ran out of power. So if it ran out of power, that must mean that's probably from this junkyard. And based on the fact that it looks like the pipe is coming from the back, they probably threw it on something. So maybe this didn't really fight anyone at all. And what's even weirder is that it seems like this was triggered by an outside party. Not necessarily that someone from the civilization existed and triggered it, but like it was programmed to do something at a certain time. And that almost coincides with what Kuma's doing now. Basically a time trigger where, okay, time to go do something. Huh, okay, and we're on break next week. That was a good chapter, solid. Got some lore. We got a little bit more about Vegapunk, which was really nice. And I like where this is headed. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.